Oh, welcome
Whoa!
everyone.
Wasn't
All right,
ready.
welcome everybody to our third annual Geeks with Faces for Radio. This is their award show. We just combined two live streams together to create a award show. But Rich, I'll let you take over because this is your stuff. So go ahead.
Actually, this was David's idea. This was David's baby. He started the award show on his channel a while back, and it was just him. And then me and him hooked up, and it became our award show. And then we were introduced to you guys, and it became us. And that's when it really took off, where we had the blast doing it with you guys. This award show, we take movies. And we let people decide on who wins. So it's gonna be a fun night. Got some good movies nominated, or maybe some bad movies nominated. Depends on who you are. Probably all mine are bad movies. I'll just a minute. For Nate busting my balls. But again, we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for David, because this was his. So David, I love you, man. I miss you, and thank you for doing this, guys. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, so this is a viewer's choice type of award where you guys vote the winner of each category. Now, I'm going to say, mind you guys, I am right now not myself at 100%. I am literally high as a kite. So, and it's not because I eat gummies or nothing.
Where's Scott? Where's Scott? He's not in the chat.
Sent me some stuff. But anyway, yeah, so it's kind of viewer's choice award. But yeah, Dave is the one who got all of us together. And me and Nate had the privilege to work with David in many occasions, whether it's the Action Movie Guys podcast was the last time we worked with him. I was gonna put the footages of him working with us for the last time, but I just didn't want to do that because you could literally see his cancer was kicking in and he was coughing up. I mean, that whole episode, he was coughing up a lot. And there was a scene where we were doing it. He joked around and he was like, dude, I'm coughing out like if I have cancer, like straight up. Like, and we were just laughing because we were like, what the hell? And we were like, yo, you got to go get yourself checked out. And then he found out. But yeah, I didn't want to put up that footage. I was like, no way. But I will say this, the memories we do have with David were great ones. And it was really fun. Him talking about his wrestling past and his granddaughters and his family and all that stuff. With that said,
oh, another thing I wanted to tell you too, because I told his wife that we were doing this, and she was very happy that we were keeping his memory alive.
Oh no, yeah, awesome, yeah. So with that said, we're gonna kick it all off with the first.
Wait a second, let me just real quick. David will be, obviously you see him up here. He'll be joining us for this show in spirit. Hopefully he's not too mad at Rich for really changing his. I want to say that it's the Geeks with Faces for Radio third annual. It's very different. This one is more so focusing on just theatrical releases, a best of sort of thing. As Alex mentioned, viewer choice, which the other ones were. That show that we did, it was more physical media based, and the votes would be in the chat. However, just for the sake of really getting a lot more, and I think it worked out because we got a lot of votes from Instagram. So if something won, if you voted, thank you so much. If you didn't and your movie doesn't win, well, you should have voted. Everybody, there was a couple that were very close.
Shame on you.
Yeah, shame on you. You saw it and you scrolled past it. But a lot of people did vote. And I want to say hi to the chat. Ralph is here. I can't believe it. Ralph, a long time no see. He's out there salsa dancing. That's why he's not been here too much. He's out there salsa dancing. What's up, Ralph? Wilkie's Movies. What's up? Corey is here.
What's up, Corey?
How's it going, sir? And Stephanie's here, of course. Hello, Stephanie. And our boy Tony is here. Hello, Tony.
Tony.
There's a chat in that. You guys pop in. If you guys want to put in the chat what you think should have won or what you voted for, as we're just sort of revealing them, please do so.
And while we do so and we show the categories, we'll say why we picked those movies in this category.
Yes.
Just to give a refresher why. On it, so the way you're going to see it is we're going to say the category. Each of us is going to bring up the categories. Then we're going to say the winner, and then we're going to say by how much did the audience pick to influence the winner of the category. So we have all three, so don't worry about that. But with that said, the first category up is going to be best action movie, which is going to be Nate's
Yes.
category. So go ahead,
I will go ahead and take the first one. So the nominees for, and we'll tell you after who picked what and why, but the nominees are Bad Boys, Ride or Die, The Beekeeper, and The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. Now, these were three of, the panel felt, three of the best. And by the way, in case anyone's wondering, if a certain movie's not nominated, we can only pick each movie once, like individually. So let's just say, Rich picked a movie in a given category. He cannot pick that movie again. And so there's some, because I got a lot of DMs about it. I'll let y'all know when it comes up what happened. But these are the nominees. Now, the third place movie got 20% of the vote. The second place movie got 37%. This one was actually close, Alex. One vote decided the winner.
Oh, wow.
So 37, and the winner with 43% of the vote is drumroll. The Beekeeper with 43% of the vote, and again, won by one solitary vote. It was tied till the very end. I was panicking because I didn't know what to do for a tiebreaker. And then someone came in and picked Beekeeper, and I said, "Thank God the polls are closed." That's it.
Yeah. So here are your numbers. This is the viewers. This is what everybody picked. Now we're gonna go why I was kind of shocked. I'm gonna be really honest with you because I was really shocked when I got these numbers. Now I did all the graphics here for everyone out there. I did all the graphics by hand. And when Nate sent me these numbers and then Rich sent me all the categories and I had to do this stuff, I was shocked with this one. Because Beekeeper and Bad Boys for Life, I got to say, it was kind of up there with action. But I thought, Bad Boys was going to win by a landslide due to the popularity, the fourth of the franchise. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I was kind of shocked that people picked the Beekeeper on this one. But
by one vote. By one vote. It was close. So, the Beekeeper, and you know what I think too? Like, it came out so early in the year. January. Like, it came out in January. Yeah, so I was like, oh, shoot, maybe, people aren't going to remember it that much. But they did, and I actually like all three of these movies. So this is one of my favorite categories. I thought all three of these movies were actually very, very good.
They're all fun.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
So anyway, Alex, Bad Boys for Life or Ride or Die. Bad Boys Ride or Die was Alex's pick.
That was mine, yeah.
My pick was The Beekeeper, and Rich's pick was Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. I'm kind of glad you picked that because that's that underrated.
It is. No one saw it. I think it was in theaters for like a week, right?
Yeah, maybe 2 weeks, and then it disappeared.
Yeah. Got another movie the guy did that's pretty damn good.
Well, he has bad luck. Every time he puts a movie, he's always between big movies. Like this movie was slotted right between two big blockbusters. Like there was no way for him to even recuperate this type of money with this movie.
And it has a great cast.
Yeah, Beekeeper was the shocker in terms of no one knew what the hell they were watching. It was David Ayer, which everyone hates because of Suicide Squad for some damn reason.
Suicide Squad, ew.
Yeah.
But he also made The Fury, too. And that's a great, you made Fury.
Fury, yeah. I love that fantastic movie. Nate showed it to me. Yeah, we did it for the podcast. And I liked it a lot. And I was just like, I always thought David Ayer is a good director. It's just that some of his projects is a hit or miss for people.
Yeah.
But I liked it. But Beekeeper, I was very shocking. When I saw it in the theater, I went to see it in the theater. It was around my birthday because my birthday was the 16th of January, so it was around there. Yeah. Nate texted me. He goes, "You gotta go to the theater. This is your type of movie." And I was like, "All right." And then my wife was like, "All right, we'll go." And when we went, I came out of the theater pumped. I was like, "This movie is dope."
Like, this could have been in another category we have coming later for the sleeper. This could have been in there as well because
and it probably would have won.
Yeah, it might have. It was one of those movies where the trailer was kind of dumb. Like I'm like, that movie's gonna suck. And then I sat down and I should have known because I'm a Jason Statham fan. If you guys listen to the podcast, you already know. Me and Alex, we love us some Statham. I should have known that I was gonna like it, and then I did. So it was good.
It's the title.
It's the title, and then the shocking is that we're getting a sequel, and I'm kind of mad that David Ayer is not doing it. The
Oh, he's
Yeah,
not?
but he's doing that
No,
in that
it's
Working
not.
Man movie that comes out in this month.
With Jason Statham.
You could just pretend that's the sequel.
Well, we could do it right, but think about it. It's Jason Statham, David Ayer,
Yeah.
written by Sylvester Stallone. So you know that's gonna be a great movie.
And
But-
he
Michael
wrote that?
Pena.
Yeah,
Our
he wrote
boy-
it. Yeah,
Our
Oh,
boy
Stallone.
Michael Pena's in there as
and
well.
Michael Pena's
Michael
in it.
I like
Pena,
Michael
dog.
Pena.
Yeah. So anyway,
All right. Real quick to the chat.
Go ahead, Nate.
Corey says the Beekeeper was a fun one. Triborough
Okay.
says, "Oh, what's up, Triborough? He's here. Beekeeper was good. I like Bad Boys a lot, though. Okay, so he would have went with Bad Boys. That's cool. Scott says I voted Ungentlemanly Warfare on the poll, so he
Thank
voted.
you.
He was one of the 20%. Triborough said Beekeeper 2. Wow, and there's our boy Jay Manley. Jay, welcome to the
What's up,
chat. But
Jay?
yeah,
It's been a while,
this was
man.
this was a nice category.
It is a very nice
Mhm.
category, and I would say because we didn't give love to the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. I saw it, but I didn't see it in a theater. I saw it. I think Nate gave me the digital because I have a digital. I think you gave it to me, and I saw it, and I was like, this movie's actually really fun. I love quirky action movies. It reminded me of that zombie Nazi movie. What the hell was it?
Overlord?
Overlord.
Yes, it reminded me of that quirkiness. Like it would just fit in that realm, and I liked it. I thought it was really fun. I thought Henry Cavill, he's a great lead. Just another actor that picks wrong projects to shine.
He's going to be starring in Voltron next.
Oh yeah,
I was hoping this. I was
Yeah, he's
honestly
a Voltron.
hoping this was going to be like 33% to 30% to 36% or so. You know, because like I genuinely liked all three, and to give love to Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. If you haven't seen it, do it. I do know some people who didn't like it that much, and there's some fair criticisms. But like, if you just watch it as a pure action movie, do not compare it to Inglourious Bastards. A lot of people were doing that. Do not. It's not a drama. It is a fun action movie, and there's some really good action set pieces, a good cast. Alan Richardson is really fun in it. Cavill's great. Isaac Gonzalez is stunningly gorgeous in that movie. Like it's a lot of fun.
No, it is. All right, here we go. Next category, which is me. Rich goes in last on this one.
Yes.
Which is me, is going to be best animated movie of the year. Now, we have Transformers 1, we got Inside Out 2, and a movie called Flow with a cat.
A movie called Flow. I don't even know what it is.
I don't even know.
Winning movie.
It's a flow. Every time I think of Flow, I think of Dumb and Dumber, where he goes, "Hey, Flo," and they start laughing like two kids.
Yes.
But yes, a movie called Flow about a cat in the wilderness. And then we got, Inside Out too, and then of course Transformers. Now, number wise, all right, we got the third place is coming in at 28% of the audience voted. Okay. Then comes, this was actually pretty close. 34% came in second. And then number one coming in at 38% is Transformers 1.
This was an upset. I feel like.
You know what it is? I didn't get to see the other ones, but Transformers 1 came in at 38%, 34% Inside Out 2, and then 28 Flow. So this Rich gave me the digital for this. And
I'm glad this won because this movie is so good.
It's so good. It is so good.
It is good.
It's so good. It's better than the live action.
Mhm.
I was like,
It really
thank God.
is.
No, it is. I was not shocked with all this stuff, but I will say this though, I like this movie a lot. The only nitpick, and I will say this with Transformers 1, Optimus Prime should have just voiced by Optimus Prime, the guy.
Oh, Henry Cullen.
Yeah, he could have played a younger voice of himself. They could have changed the pitch on the modulation, and he would have been good to go. Chris Hemsworth just sounded like Chris Hemsworth as a robot.
See, I didn't have a problem with that.
I'm a nitpick. I'm very nitpicky. When it comes to like that dude's voice has been Optimus for years. So a younger voice should have been Optimus again. A younger voice, but it's okay. They did a great job though. I liked it.
Yeah,
I thought it was
Peter
pretty-
Cullen.
Phenomenal in 4K.
Peter Cullen. There you go.
Robert's
Peter
here. Oh my gosh, Robert.
Roberts.
I feel like I
Yo,
haven't
Rob.
seen you in the chat in 14
Wow.
years. Shout out to Robert. That's my boy. Listen, you guys might be surprised here.
Go ahead.
It's also determined by one vote. That's why the
I can see
percentages are
that.
so close.
I can see that.
And Inside Out 2 was leading until maybe the last 2 hours, and then Transformers 1, like 3 or 4 people just came in hot for Transformers 1s. I will say, I did not see Flo either.
No, man. It is a beautiful made movie.
Where the heck? Where is it?
Yes. Is that
So
like
Max.
a full artsy fartsy
Max.
movie?
Oh well, you know,
Max.
I don't stream really. So I went to the theater. I saw the other 2 at the theater.
I
I
really
will
like
say
Flo.
we got a ton of write-in votes for Wild Robot. Yeah, like a
Wild
bunch
Robot?
of people DM'd me saying Wild Robot, Wild Robot. Just literally just said Wild Robot. Didn't even say, "Oh, I don't where is it?" They just said Wild Robot. So it might have beat Flo. It
Could've
probably
won the
would
whole
have won
thing.
all of them, but
Yeah.
I didn't love it, so I didn't nominate it.
I loved it. That's why I didn't pick it.
I loved it, so I didn't pick it. Yeah.
Because
But
I
you picked
saved it
Flo.
for another category.
Yeah. Yes.
Because we can only pick one movie once, and I didn't want
Correct.
to blow it here.
So I did blame you for that. I'm just letting you know. I just kept saying,
Mhm.
"You got a problem with this? Talk to Rich." That was his movie. Because I was like, Alex didn't even see it, and I didn't love it. So
Yeah.
Oh
know.
man, yeah.
But
I love
these
Wild
were, I
Robot.
feel like they were good choices. You have the Academy Award and Golden Globe winner in Flo. You have the biggest moneymaker out of the whole year, Inside Out 2. I was like over billion, well
Yeah.
over $1 billion.
1.6, 1.7, I think.
Yeah. And then you have Transformers 1, which was kind of a sleeper where a lot of people were like, I don't know about it. And then when they went to see it, we're like, you know what? That was a pretty fun movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this was another solid category.
It was. Inside Out 2 grossed over $1.6 billion
Ooh,
Yeah,
there you
in
go.
the box
So
office.
it was the number
So,
one moneymaker this year. So I felt like
Good.
I liked it the best, but I feel like it should have been in there no matter what. You know, it was the
All
most
right.
successful. But let's see. Anyone in the chat? Robert says Transformers 1 is awesome. Scott says
is.
I missed this. Scott didn't vote because he didn't see any of these movies. So he skipped this category. Jay says, I am surprised Wild Robot is not up there. They still can't believe it.
I saved it for another category.
Yes. And then Triborough says, I really liked the Transformers film. So
Good.
You know what we'll do for next year if we have a fourth? We'll do what they do in the Academy Awards where they have like 6 of them. We'll pick 6 across instead of choosing one. We could just look at
so like
across.
each of us pick 2.
Yes, we pick 2.
Well, that'd be fun.
Because
Or, you
then
know,
it
we
gets
There's more work for you.
It gets more to vote.
You know what we could do? We could leave it as 3, but we'll have one wild card where you can use one movie twice. Only one.
No, we have David's vote.
Okay, we'll have 4. We'll have 4 nominees, but I'm saying like you could
Yeah.
use one movie 2 times, but we'll stick with the
Yes.
one per, except
Yeah.
for one wild card. Because then the Wild Robot could have been in here and it
It
would
could
have
have
won.
been.
It would have
Yeah.
dominated. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
All right, Rich, you're up next for best comedy movie.
Oh man, you give me the comedy one?
We
You
know
have
you
to
love
serve.
comedy.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Favorite comedic actor is
alphabetical.
Robert Williams.
Oh man.
Gary.
Jim Carrey.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Category.
Best comedy. We
Mhm.
have Fly Me to the Moon. We have My Old Ass. And we have the award-winning Anora. Academy Award-winning Anora. Now, coming in at number 3 with okay, hold on here. I lost my thing here.
Just say
We
the
have
the mountains.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the lowest the third place percentage is 18%. Second place percentage, which I'm shocked on this one, is 25%. And the number 1 comedy in this category came in at 57%. And I'm glad it did. And that is Anora.
Anora.
Yeah,
this one was so
Anora.
good.
57%. I was like, what?
This was one of the lands. There was a couple of landslides. This was one of them.
And
Yeah,
I'm glad.
had, like, a lot
It's
more
well deserved.
But you
I
take it away. What did you think?
what do
Since
you
you're in your
think?
category, break it down.
Okay. Fly Me to the Moon. I'm going to go with third place. That was a nice, fun movie. I like, how do you say his name? Channing or
Tanning Channing.
whatever his name is. I want to call him Gambit. He was great, and I
Gambit,
like him.
right.
He's become a decent actor, so I always enjoy him when he's on screen. It was a nice movie. I really liked My Old Ass. That was my pick. It's a, what do you call it? A coming of age movie.
Yeah.
About
About a young woman.
It?
Yeah.
About a young woman. She doesn't start a period in this one.
Thank
She's
God.
already had it.
Think about
I liked it. It was funny. And then you have Nora. Man, what do you say about that movie? It is fun from start to finish, and it is funny. It is a funny movie. Mikey Madison she won Best Actress, right?
She did. Yeah.
Sean Baker won Best Director, and the movie won Best Picture. So
And
easy,
screenplay.
easy. Oh yeah,
yeah.
It went 4 for 4, right? It won all.
It won screenplay, director, picture, and actress.
Yeah, because I thought it was only nominated
and did it win editing too? I think it won editing as well.
Yeah, I think it did.
Oscars.
Yeah, the Oscars. Yeah, it won. It won.
I know it. I thought it won everything it was nominated for.
No, because the supporting actor guy didn't win. Yuri, whatever he did.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
It won 6. It won Best Picture, Best Actress, Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, Best Film Editing, and Best Supporting Actor.
No, it didn't win actor.
No, it did Best Supporting Actor.
It was nominated.
Yeah.
Oh, so it won 6.
Culkin guy.
5. It won 5.
5 out of 6.
Yes,
that's pretty damn good.
That is,
and it's clearly a landslide here. So now, have you seen Nora, Alex?
No,
he won't like.
It's gonna hit Hulu.
He won't like
this. You won't watch this.
No, but I mean, you know, it's funny. Look, I'm gonna be really honest with you, and it's good that I'm hopped up on Oxy because it'd be just easier to just say it out. Most of the Oscar movies that came out, I will never see. Like, I will buy it. I will never see it. I could give 2 shits who wins the Oscars.
So I know you would never watch The Brutalist.
No, he will hate that movie.
Yeah,
I will go to sleep.
Yeah, I will shut it off after 2 minutes. Like,
but there's a lot of hand jobs in that movie.
Why would I want to see that?
I don't know. I mean, that's the thing.
Oh Lord.
What?
That's where we need David right there to reel you in.
Yeah.
That's really would have been like, what is Rich saying?
How do you sell someone on that? I need you to see The Brutalist because they give a lot of hand jobs.
That's the most hand jobs I've seen outside of porno.
So,
in a mainstream movie.
Well, Honora is way more pornographic than The Brutalist is. It's
way
more naked. I will say this. So let me see. I'm going to go to the chat real quick and then I'll give my 2 cents. James is here. What's up, James? Said, hey, didn't know the Geek Awards were tonight. Well, here we are. Tony says, Transformers 1 is the best Transformers movie I've seen since Age of Extinction and Dark of the Moon.
What?
Okay. Scott did not vote for this category. He said, I need to see more movies, more new movies. Yes, you do. Yeah. Then he said, Tater Channing.
Is that what I said?
Tater Channing. Corey says, Honora was good, for sure on the spicy side. Scottish Geek Guy's here. What's up, Scottish Geek Guy? How's it going?
Scottish
guy. They're saying hello. Tribor says, haven't seen Honora yet. Robert says, damn, I haven't seen any of these movies, which is crazy because he's a theater guy too.
Yeah.
Triborough saying Substance should have won at the Oscars, Best Picture. Doom 2. Okay, they're arguing. Write these down. Which movie has hand jobs? Scott. Scottish Geek Guy says Transformers 1 was definitely a nice surprise. And okay, now they're talking. So these movies, I did not see my old ass.
That's not for you.
Yeah, I saw. So I tend to I go to the theater a lot. Obviously, I have my Regal Unlimited pass, and I will see things that are like either I really want to / I have to review them, or they look interesting. There's something in it that makes me want to see it. This had neither. Like I like Aubrey Plaza, but I was like, that does not look like a movie that I want to spend time with. So I didn't see it. It might be good. I don't know. I did see Fly Me to the Moon. It was cute. I actually kind of liked that movie. I was surprised at how much I liked it. Actually, I did that on over on your guys' show, Rich. We reviewed that one. That was one of the movies that I did there. So Fly Me to the Moon was fun. Honora, I kind of lucked out here because I wanted to nominate it for something. And when I looked it up, it's listed as comedy / drama / romance. So I was like, perfect. Because it is funny. I did laugh a lot at that movie.
Yeah.
So it fits. So I went with it, and the people spoke. Again, this one was like kind of heavy towards it won by a lot. But Alex would hate it. I'm telling you right now. Alex don't even bother.
You know, it's funny, like Fly Me to the Moon, because I picked that one.
Yeah,
you did.
There's just something about the trailer that I was like, you know what? This might be something that I like. It was kind of that comedy, old school, and I like that type of stuff. There's just other stuff that I can see the trailer and I know for a fact it could be it could win Best Picture like this movie, Honora, and I would never watch it because I'd be like, I know myself. I'll be like, this shit I don't want to sit down and watch this stuff. But sometimes I do. You'd be surprised on some of the movies I do sit down and enjoy. But I'm mostly hardcore action.
It's something called
Yeah.
taste, right? You have certain tastes. There's certain things you like and certain things you don't like. A movie can be amazing and you could still not like it because it's not your cup of tea. So ain't nothing wrong with that.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Like Dune 2. Didn't even watch it. Didn't see it.
Not for you. I loved it, but it's not for you.
Yeah.
I liked it on the second watch.
See?
But it took you 2 watches to watch it.
It did. The first time I watched it, I was like, no. It just
no.
Just sometimes I have to just revisit a movie. Like Furiosa. I didn't like it on the first watch. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
On the second watch.
I liked it the first time, and that's the only time I saw it. I only watched it once.
All right, best documentaries.
Oh, I got best documentary. Ew. All right,
doc.
let's go. Best documentary. My least favorite category. Not because I hate documentaries, but I mean, I only saw like one for the whole year. So here are the nominees. You see the beautiful. These are some great photos you chose, Alex. The first nominee is The Lost Children. This was a Netflix documentary. Next, we have Superman, the Christopher Reeve story. This actually came out and played in theaters, and I believe it's on Max. Or it's going to, okay, it is on Max. You could see it there. And then the third nominee, Bray Wyatt, Becoming Immortal, which was a Peacock documentary about the sort of the career and tragic ending of a wrestler, Bray Wyatt, if you're not familiar with wrestling. So here's the percentages. This one was, I think this might be the most one that was like, no, there's one other one. This is the second like most lopsided of all the categories. So in third place with 7% of the vote, which was 1 vote, by the way, we have The Lost Children. Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to say. We have 7% of the vote. 7% of the vote. In second place, the second place movie got 21% of the vote. And in a massive landslide, the winner with 72% of the vote was Superman, the Christopher Reeve story. This was, the second biggest margin of victory out of all the categories. I didn't see this, but I want to. Now that it's on Max, this one I might actually watch.
I have trouble hitting play on that movie, on that documentary. I know myself, I'm going to get emotionally wrapped up on it. And it's not because of, you know what, I just think the whole tragedy of the whole thing. I think that's what it is. Him playing with his kids, and then you see all that shit kills me. I'm like, oh my God. And then his kids talk about it. So like that, to me, it's just so hard. Like even when I saw the Michael J. Fox one, that was really hard to watch too.
That's a good documentary.
No, it's a very good documentary, but that was really hard to watch when they give you the behind the scenes and everything. There was another one that I saw because I hit Netflix and I did watch, was the Boston Red Sox documentary of 2004 when they beat the Yankees and all that. They showed everything of them winning the World Series. Loved it. I thought it was pretty good.
Ew.
Ew.
You think I'm watching a documentary about either of them two sucky teams? Keep them. I ain't watching. I ain't spending my time with them. Get out of here.
You're a hater, man.
That was a really good baseball. I like baseball documentaries, and that was actually.
Is it really good? Should I watch it?
I think you will like it. Well, you're a Cardinals fan. I don't think
I don't
like
care.
it because they whoop that ass. But
that doesn't bother me.
No, you see. The reason why I like it is because they go all the way back and they show you how they drafted David Ortiz, how he was whack, and then when he became to the Red Sox, the dude just
he was from Minnesota, wasn't he?
Yeah, they show him in Minnesota being garbage, and then
but
he didn't go.
He didn't start taking steroids till he got to Boston.
Yeah, that's maybe. Yeah, so.
He was hanging out with Manny, and they're taking some steroids together.
So it's pretty cool.
Manny being Manny.
Yeah. Well, that should be a documentary on his own. But anyway, with that said, this I want to see the Superman one. I'm just holding out on it, but I will purchase it because I think if you buy the documentary, money goes to the foundation, the Christopher Reeve Foundation for spinal whatever. I think they did something with that.
That's pretty
cool. Now, question
yeah.
for you, Rich, because you nominated The Lost Children. What is that documentary about?
Yeah, what was it?
It's about this family. They're on a plane. It just crashes in the Amazon somewhere. And they can't find it anywhere. And they finally find it, but they find that all the adults on the plane are dead. Spoiler alert. And the kids' bodies aren't there.
Yeah.
and the kids' bodies ain't there, and they just wandered off trying to find help, and they get lost in the woods or the Amazon jungle, and they people are just looking for them, and they find them. They're like on the verge of death themselves because they had no food, no water. They're finding little clues here and there, like diapers, like shoelaces and stuff. It's a really good documentary. It's a foreign documentary, so it's all in Spanish. If you don't like Spanish or foreign, reading subtitles, it won't be for you.
Wow, that's really interesting. They survived.
Yeah,
I really dug it. It was emotional because we all got kids, and you don't want to see that with anybody's kids. So yeah, it's emotional. But for me, out of these three, the most emotional was the Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, it was tough. The end part was tough.
Because as a wrestling fan, you get attached to these. They do such a good job of getting you invested in these characters, and just the seeing him with his kids and his career, his brother Bo. Yeah, this one hit the heartstrings more than the Superman one did for me.
Yeah, it was a tough watch, and I'm not an emotional person, so like I don't.
No, you're
cry.
dead inside.
I'm dead inside. I don't cry at movies, but probably the closest I got was that documentary, and it's just because of the funeral part. There's not a spoiler. He obviously is no longer with us, but they show like they have footage from the funeral and like the people talking at it and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like tough. And like you said, he has like little kids, like they're small.
Yeah.
So, the stuff with JoJo and them, but it's very well done. If you do like wrestling, it pretty much covers his whole career. Like it goes from when he first started, even before when he's like playing football. Yeah. So I really enjoyed that one. I do want to see the Superman one though. I don't like those Superman movies all that much, but Christopher Reeve seemed like an awesome guy. I've seen a lot of interviews with him, so I'm very much interested to finally check that one out.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Next category.
Let's go to the chat real quick. Need to watch. James says, Trevor says, R.I.P. Bray Wyatt, gone too soon. James says, need to watch the Superman one and need to finish the Bray Wyatt one. Scott says, Alex, you want to cry? You go ahead and cry. I'll cry with you. So you gotta watch it together. Everybody saying hello to Scott. Okay. Christopher Reeves was my era Superman growing up. Sad story, this Triborough. He said, screw the Red Sox. Mets and Yankees fans ain't watching that. Thank you. I'm not watching that. James says, I think Tracy saw the Lost Children. Oh, that's his wife. Saw the Lost Children one and enjoyed it, if I remember correctly. And then Bin Buster's here. What's up, Bin? Our boy, up, Ben. He says the Bray documentary was amazing. And Triborough says, I love how Bray's brother still pays homage to him with the Wyatt Six and Alexa Bliss. So there we go. Next category. What do we got?
Next category is best drama movie of the year. Ooh. Okay, so now we got three of these. Okay, so we have The Challengers, we got The Apprentice, and then we got Wicked, which is /drama/musical. So this is where I wanted to hear David because he hates musicals.
I know.
You would have been mad at you.
I'll tell you what.
He would have been pissed.
When I came out of the theater watching Wicked, I pictured in my head David's reaction, cussing at me. Because I would have picked this hands down for by the numbers. It would have been a no doubter. I hear his text. I hear his message cussing at me. Like, why the fuck did you make me watch this? I heard it all in my head when I was coming out of the theater.
Well, let's see what the people have voted. Coming in at 13% is third place. In second place is 37%. And then in first place is 50%. The people did vote. And the winner for best drama of the year goes to Challengers. Yeah.
I was surprised on this one.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I thought Wicked was going to win. Only because it's so popular. It's like everyone likes it. Not Alex. I didn't love it. Rich loved it.
I really liked it.
As far as the panel, he really loved it. But
I really liked it.
Most other people I know really, really liked it. So I thought for sure Wicked was going to. I thought it could be close. I don't think enough people saw The Apprentice. That's just my guess because it didn't get a lot of votes. But I don't know a lot of people who saw it. It was going to be Wicked and Challengers. But I out of these three, I picked the movie that I liked the best. But I'm surprised Wicked. This was a shocker to me. This might be the only one that I was like super surprised with the results.
Well, I'll tell you this. Like, I didn't see the other two. I don't think I'm ever going to see the other two. But Wicked, I came out of that theater going, what the hell did I just watch for 2 hours plus? I was just like, I wanted to choke people out, bro. Like, the minute the movie started, I was already in a pissed off mood.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I just did not like it. Was not for me. My wife didn't like it. She likes to play better than the movie, which I was like, okay, it is. Yeah, so she thinks the play was, I guess, better. But anyway, it is what it is. But I didn't like it. I didn't buy it. Every time I went into Target, I wanted to kick the green and pink gondolas over. I just hated it.
I think it's. I love that you hated it, and also it was your pick, your nominee.
Well, that's the only drama movie I saw within a year.
It's still funny. Yeah, like
Big Wicked.
I thought Wicked was. I thought it was fine. I think it's. I think for me, it probably personally, it will like over time fall in the category of like one of the most overrated movies of all time. Like in my opinion, I think it's supremely overrated. But I don't think it's bad. I don't think it was badly made. I don't think it was, like it has good production.
Yeah,
they're very talented. Yeah, like it doesn't have those kind of issues. Like I just don't like the story too much, and I don't like the song. I don't think they're very memorable. I only know the last one because they played it at everything. But other than that, like they're not super memorable to me. Challengers. I picked Challengers. I thought. I picked it mostly because it got snubbed at the Oscars too. Like it didn't get a single nomination, and it was
which I'm surprised.
Very good. Yeah, it was a joke. Yeah. It's because Amelia Perez was busy getting nominated for stuff it didn't deserve. Challengers definitely should have been in there, but I'm kind of interested in The Apprentice. I heard Sebastian Stan is great in it. I heard Jeremy Strong is great in it. Yeah, so I do want to see that. I just have not yet.
I think. I thought Sebastian Stan. Man, he was in 2 great movies this year.
Yeah,
or last year.
Different Man. Yeah,
and then The Apprentice. He was real, and then he was in that joke of Captain America. But
so we'll just jump to the chat really quick because there's some chat's popping off. It says here, Scott says, I voted for Wicked because it's the only movie that I saw with my mom. Ben Buster says. Never saw Challengers. I voted for what I saw. Triborough said, didn't see any of these 3 films. Ben Buster says, the stage show is amazing and seeing it on screen after all these years was good. So he enjoyed it. Rob says, I liked Challengers. Not bad. Tony says, me too. Challengers was solid. Ben Buster says, part 1 of Wicked was the runtime of the whole entire play. Yeah, that's true. I don't know what they added, but it's super long. Corey says, I saw the play of Wicked and really liked it, but he has not seen the movie yet.
Check it out, Corey.
Jay says, why don't you go to a sing-along, Alex? Try a sing-along. Maybe you like it. Ralph says, I thought Wicked was cool. Robert hasn't seen it. Jay says, I didn't mind Wicked. If that's a ringing endorsement, if I ever heard one, I didn't mind it. Robert says, a wicked turd, LOL. And then Triborough says, Alex already had a diabolical attitude going into the theater.
I think I did. I think I did. Because sometimes, when you take your wife to the movies, you got to let her
drag me to this crap.
Yes, but you know what? I always drag her to my movies. So I'm like, I got to do something.
She likes action movies.
She does. So that's why I was kind of shocked when she said, let's go see Wicked. And I was like, what? She knew what was going to happen to me. I was going to crumble into a piece of paper. So I went in and, you know what? I did enjoy some of it. But look, production, like you said, production-wise and everything was amazing. Mm-hmm. I just did not like Ariana Grande. I just don't like her as an actress. She looks annoying. And I was like, I just want to punch you in the face half the time. I thought the other chick was good, the one that could play Storm.
Cynthia Erivo?
Yeah, she could play. She could play. If you put a white wig on her, she could look like Storm. She's a great actress. I think she'll be a perfect Storm, but nah, I ain't watching Wicked 2.
Wicked 2, Electric Boogaloo.
All right. Here we go. Rich, you have best horror movie of the year.
Ooh, let me find it on my list here.
I'll put it up here for you. Boop.
To make up for getting comedy, you get a genre you like.
Yes, you get horror. Best horror movie.
We have the Substance, which was really good. Okay. We have Abigail, which was a surprise fun movie. And then you have a movie that I really, really liked, and that is Long Legs.
I loved that movie as well.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I loved it.
Yeah,
I did.
liked
I
it.
give it a 9 out of 10 when I reviewed it. I thought it was fantastic.
Oh, I'm glad that makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Coming in at the number 3 movie. Oof. I'm
What'd you
surprised here because I didn't look at this.
Oh.
The number 3 movie had 9%.
Mm.
The number 2 movie, what the hell? What?
That's what I
Are you
said when I put
kidding
these
me?
numbers up. I'm like, people must have been drinking when they voted.
Yeah. The number 2 movie is 34%.
Oh, this was a big
And-
landslide too.
Mm-hmm.
And the number 1 movie coming in at 56%. It's 56%. Yeah, 56% is The Substance.
Yep.
I think Long Legs was better.
This is okay.
Substance.
I will say this much. This one, not surprising to me. This was not surprising to me. Only because
Right.
Substance was nominated for like Oscars, like it was like it kind of elevated above like the traditional horror movies.
Yeah.
And it was a hit.
Mm.
I loved your guys' pick. This was another one like action where like I really liked all 3 movies. So I was like, whoever wins, I like that movie. But anyway, go ahead, Rich.
No, I thought The Substance was great. Demi Moore was good. I don't think she was deserving of an Oscar nomination for Best Actress because I thought that was a dual performance with her and
Margaret Qualley.
Yes, I thought she did just as good of a job as Demi Moore. But that's just opinion. And then Abigail. Oh my gosh, I didn't see this in theaters. I rented it. Then I had to buy it. That movie was a surprise, fun movie. Great little cast. And then Long Legs. Oh my gosh, Nicolas Cage. Creepy demonic possession. Demonic, right? You call it demonic, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Just and the creepiness, the way for me when I was watching it, the camera shots. You don't know if something's gonna come up behind her. There's like when she's at her desk. I kept watching, not her, but like the doorway in a lot of shots. I was always looking for something, and it was just the atmosphere of that movie. I loved Long Legs.
A lot of dread in that movie.
Yeah,
I agree. You're constantly like thinking. Also, I don't like jump scares. Oh, no, let me correct it. I don't like when they use jump scares a lot, like it's their go-to. This movie had one of the best jump scares of the year, in my opinion. It actually like startled me, which is rare. I almost never have a reaction to those, and it got me on one of them. I thought it was great. Abigail, I did see at the theater, and I thought it was a blast. Those directors, it was way more Ready or Not than it was their Scream movie, right? Or they did 2 Scream movies, but they did Scream 5 and 6. But this one felt more in line with Ready or Not as far as just fun, very bloody, over the top. A fun cast, really good. And then The Substance to me was a surprise. I love that director because I love Revenge, her first movie. And I went into it like, that came out years ago. I was like, I've been dying to see what else she was going to do next. And I was blown away with Substance. I do think Demi deserved the nomination. I thought she should have won, mostly because, she should have won. And also because it's a makeup performance where she has to do a heavy prosthetics and still do this kind of performance, I thought she was great. But Alex, you only saw Abigail out of these 3, right?
I'm gonna be really honest with you when it comes to this category. It's not my forte.
Not a horror guy.
Yeah, but I did see Abigail in the theater. We did go see it in theater, and I loved it. I was all up in it. You know what's funny? When I saw the trailer, I knew I was gonna like it because it was another quirky vampire type movie that looked fun. It was just a fun movie, a popcorn fun movie.
It has some action elements to it.
They did.
It has fights, like they're fighting each other and throwing each other around. And
last end scene was awesome.
Yeah, I loved it with the father. He had me laughing when the father walked in there. He was like, "Mass strong." He bitch slapped everybody. I thought that was pretty cool. In terms of The Substance, most likely I will see these 2 type of movies. I will see it because my wife are into these things. So I know along the line throughout the year I might see this.
I hope you do.
But
I hope you do.
But The Substance is interesting.
But I think you would like Substance more than Longlegs, if I had to guess. Because it has a lot of it's very more 80s, a lot of practical effects, creature design. There's a lot of nudity in it. Longlegs more I would say Longlegs is more of a psychological, more Silence of the Lambs than anything else. So more thriller horror, with a supernatural kind of twist. Right? Would you say that, Rich? Like kind of a
exactly right.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I didn't want to spoil it.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to go to the chat so we could move it along. Ralph says, Alex, Scott says I voted for Longlegs here.
Thank you.
Ralph says The Substance with 15 exclamation points. Robert says The Substance is the chosen one. Robert says I didn't care for Longlegs, so he was not a fan. He did not like it. Triborough says I loved Abigail. Really fun, entertaining vampire film.
Yes.
Longlegs was good too, but Demi Moore went bonkers in The Substance. She deserved an Oscar for her performance. I agree, Triborough. Ralph says it was directed by Coralie Farge. Remember that name, Alec. Don't try to pronounce it. She's French.
Yeah.
No, they're trying to trap you. Don't do it. And you're high. Don't even try it.
Yeah.
James said Abigail was fun. Would have been better if the trailer didn't give away the big reveal. I agree.
I agree with that. I did agree with that.
If you didn't know it was a vampire movie, it could have been way more fun.
Yeah, it would have been it would have been equivalent to From Dusk Till Dawn. When it's like a bank heist, and then they go to the bar, and you're like, "What the hell?" They all of a sudden
it's a kidnapping thriller, and then it's a vampire movie.
And then you see Salma Hayek dancing on the table, and I'm like, "Oh, baby!" But
and then the movie really starts.
One of the greatest scenes of cinema.
All-time classic. Ralph said, I picked The Substance. Tony says, Longlegs was good, but The Substance was better, and alongside Strange Darling was my second favorite horror movie. I don't even consider Strange Darling a horror, but
that a horror movie.
That's okay. A good movie. It might pop up later. We'll see. Yeah. Triborough says, do you see... Oh, I'll save that for the last part, and then we'll move on. Jay says, that's the movie you and Corey saw in the Iowa meetup. I should have joined you guys. Oh, Jay went home? What a loser.
Yeah, he left. He had to leave.
Oh, Jay.
That's funny.
What are you doing? He wanted to go get some taco pizza or maybe a loose meat sandwich.
You said the jump scare. I'll never forget. It was funny.
Corey threw his popcorn on you?
Basically, he jumped in the chair. It was funny as hell. He did it twice.
And it's funny with horror, I was saying this is why I was like, I'm thinking we should expand the categories with more, because I bet horror had more movies throughout the year that could be nominated. Yeah. So I was thinking maybe add another, put an extra. Yeah.
Or we could have another guest fill in, honorary David, to come fill in and give us some more nominations.
Maybe we would do something like that.
Let me ask Triborough's question before we move on. He said, do you guys see a sequel for any of these 3 horror films?
No.
I would say yes for Abigail, because it kind of left it open. I will say yes, but I really don't want a sequel, because I kind of enjoyed the first movie for what it is. But if they do a sequel with the same actor, little girl, I will say, okay, cool, I'm on board. But if they change everybody, then I'm like, nah, I'm good.
I agree with Alex. I agree with.
Let me see.
I think it did pretty well. I agree with Alex in the sense that Abigail is the most sequel-ready movie. I don't think the other 2 even really could have sequels that are worthwhile. Abigail's the most franchisable, I guess I should say, of the movies.
Yeah, because there's
do that good.
Ready or Not 2 is coming out here soon, so
and look how long that took, years and years to come out. So
well, actually, Abigail was budgeted at $28 million. Box office, it made $42 million. Plus sales of DVDs and Blu-ray. That's kind of a successful hit movie.
Yeah, I think it did. Yeah. It probably didn't lose much money. Corey says, Longlegs made me jump, and then I had to laugh at myself.
He did. It was funny.
All right.
Next category. Next.
What I got?
You got Best Live Action Comic Book Movie.
Oh, okay. This was a silly category. This
was hard.
I'll still read it.
Put the percentages up.
No, I'll still read it, but this will be a short one. We'll move on now. This was actually a not in the previous. All of the other categories were in the previous iterations of these awards. We took some out because they were specific to physical media, and Rich wanted to kind of just do theatrical, like movies. Yeah. So those got taken out. This was an addition. So this is a new category. However, when we made it, this is when there was literally like freaking 15 of these movies coming out per year. And then we had last year where there was like 4 to even maybe 5 to choose from. So the nominees are, of course, Joker 2, Deadpool and Wolverine, and Venom: The Last Dance, with a whopping in third place. The only movie in this entire competition, it got 0%. It got no votes. There's only one movie that got no votes. It's in here, and I'll let y'all guess what it is. In second place, 15%, and this was, of course, the landslide of the thing. 85% for the winning movie, which is, of course, not surprisingly, Deadpool and Wolverine. This probably should have popped up in movie of the year. I think it would have gave a big run.
I think so. It should have. Yeah.
Yeah, it would have gave. I should have nominated like Craven or something just for the hell of it, like just to get wild and see what wins out of those 3 horrible movies.
Or The Crow.
Or The Crow. You're right.
Yeah.
I forgot
Crow
about
is
that
a comic
crap.
book movie. Yeah.
We should have put all 3 craps because the Joker got 0%. No vote.
That was my pick.
One.
This is how bad it is. Deadpool Wolverine. I went to see this in the theater. I enjoyed it, and I only saw it because of Wolverine because I hate Deadpool as a character. So I was like,
I don't
never
like
gonna
Ryan.
see it.
Right?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan, but I was like, you know what? This movie was actually pretty good. Ryan Reynolds is on. I enjoyed him in this movie with Wolverine. I enjoyed it. Venom: The Last Dance. When I got out of surgery and I laid down in bed and I put this on Netflix, I literally shut this shit off 5 minutes into the movie and I never put it on again. And I was hopped up on Oxy and I said, no, fuck this.
If there was any time you were going to like it, that was it.
That was the time. I was high on drugs. I came out of surgery and it still didn't work. I said, this shit is garbage. I was like, never watching this. It was dumb. And it was up to the part with the parachute and they're arguing on how to land. And I said, nope. And I said, no, I'm.
He has no shoes.
Yeah. And then he said, oh, there's a horse. And he was like, oh, I want to ride a horse. I was like, this is stupid. Joker 2 is the only DC movie I refuse to watch.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm a big DC fan, and I buy all of them. This is the movie I never purchased. I never saw it. Nate was like, dude, you're never going to like it. And I said, I'm not even going to attempt it. Because I love Lady Gaga, and I was like, I really don't want to taint Lady Gaga watching this damn movie. And I was just like, ugh, I didn't think it needed a sequel, personally.
They should have just left it alone.
Yes.
They should have fucking left it alone.
And I said, I'm never going to watch it. So
Joker
like,
2 and Taint go hand in hand, and as far as as far as that goes, yeah, that was a big. I hated that film. I really didn't like it. I thought the idea to make it a musical was horrific. The musical.
I get them taking
horrific.
a risk. I
no.
You know,
do
that's one
different.
of those. Yeah, it's one of those situations where you could say, okay, you tried something different, but it failed spectacularly.
Yes.
So I don't like it. Like, you know. So yeah, it was bad. I feel like Todd Phillips knew it and was just like, I don't care. I don't want to make this movie, so I'm just gonna do weird.
It basically just kind of talked into it.
Yeah, but the problem that I had with this movie, there's 2 things. The safety net of, and this is when me and my wife looked at each other when he was on an interview, and I literally put it on, and he's talking about the movie, and he said, these are not the Joker and Harley Quinns from the DC comics that you know. And I said, oh no. I was like, that's awful. Garbage. I already knew. And that gives you the leeway of, we could do whatever you want the minute he says that. Once he says this is not the comic book versions of those characters, you already knew some stupid shit is going to happen.
Did you like the first Joker?
I thought it was okay for what it was, but it's not a joke. Like, again, I seen it once, and that's it.
That's not a comic book Joker.
It's not the comic book Joker. Because whenever you see Joker, you need Batman. But if they did it wise, it would have been great. But again, I thought it was a great film for what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it didn't need a sequel. No, it did not. And I saw some stupid number on YouTube, and I said, I'm never watching it, when she's playing the piano and he's tap dancing. And I said, fuck this. And I was like, no, you're not letting me out. Like, no. But anyway, villains are very hard to do. Mm-hmm. I gave him a lot of respect and credit to make the Joker for what it is. But you cannot make a sequel to a movie and then tell everybody that are comic book fans that these are not the characters that you fell in love reading. Because now people are going to be like, I ain't watching this damn thing. And he got bit by that. And
yeah. So before I go to the chat, Rich, what did you think of this category? What did you think of these movies? And then I'll jump to the chat.
Joker sucked. Venom sucks. And hot take, I rewatched Deadpool Wolverine the other day, and it's not that good on a rewatch. It's still let me rewind. It's not as good as your first time watching it. I don't know if it's the Ryan Reynolds effect, because I'm not a Ryan Reynolds fan. I think he's overrated. He's just the same fucking thing in everything he does. But I didn't enjoy it as much the second time as I did the first time watching it.
Well, I'll tell you this: this isn't piggy banking on on your statement. There's a lot of Marvel movies on the second or third watches that are not good on replay.
I agree.
You see it the first time, you're like, "Wow, this is the greatest thing." And there's some of them that are great. Like, I love Age of Ultron. I hated it the first time, and I rewatch it. I'm like, "Oh, this is actually a pretty good movie." That
gets better each time you watch it.
It does get better. And then there's other movies that you rewatch that you thought it was really good. You're like, "Man, this is really trash. Like, why am I watching this thing?" But I do agree, which is I didn't see Deadpool Wolverine yet on the replay, but I could see where you're coming from, because I did feel like that watching certain other Marvel movies, and I'm like, this is not as good as when I first saw it.
Yeah.
Well, I saw all three of these movies, and these percentages are accurate. Joker was the worst, honestly. Venom: The Last Dance. I mean, I didn't even love Venom like the first one. So it was okay. The second one was, and this one was kind of. But as far as those Sony movies goes, it's probably the least worst. Honestly, some people might say Craven was better. I don't know about that.
Don't get crazy.
Definitely not Madam Web.
But the problem is that they have all these movies, right? Yeah. All these things have they all have one thing in common. They all need Spider-Man. If you don't have Spider-Man in it, then what's the point of watching it? It's 3 movies of Venom, and you don't get Spider-Man? Not even once?
Yeah. Also very weird that they decided to make an R-rated movie, and instead of just using Venom, they used Craven, which was odd. Yeah. Like, if you're going to do an R, do Venom. He bites people's heads off in the movie. So, all right, let's go to the let's go to the chat. Scott says easiest category, Deadpool and Wolverine. Jay says easy one, Deadpool, Wolverine. Robert says really hard, rock hard. All right, Robert. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, calm down. About? What is going on here?
He's taking that blue chew.
Oh my God,
the blue chew
is kicking in. Triborough says Deadpool and Wolverine was the best one. Tony says Deadpool and Wolverine was definitely better, but I loved Joker 2, and the direction they took it in was bold and polarizing. Okay.
Who said that?
You know who.
Oh, Tony.
Okay.
Tony.
Yeah. I missed
and then Jay says, Venom, please tell me, is the one that got 0 votes. Then you revealed it, and he said, wow. He was surprised that it wasn't Venom. Triborough says, I enjoyed Joker 2. Lady Gaga stole the spotlight from Joaquin, but they never should have made it a musical. Just stick with the dark tone of the first. None of those Spider-Man spin-off movies were any good, in my opinion. How do you not have at least a cameo from Spider-Man or Peter Parker in those films? Well said. This was before, Alex, you even just talked about it. Joker 2 was awful, according to Ralph. It was basically a cash grab for Warner Brothers. Triborough. I agree with Triborough. And then Tony comes in to say, no, Joker 2 was not a cash grab. It 1,000,000% was a cash grab.
It was a cash grab.
It made $1 billion.
Yeah.
The only reason it got greenlit is because it made money. So yes, Tony, I'm sorry. You might have liked it. It was definitely a cash grab.
Yeah, first one made $1 billion.
Well, yes. Not even that. Like, I think right now, and no jokes aside, I think right now, if they would have said we're greenlighting Joker 2, I guarantee you James Gunn would say, hell fucking no, we're not putting out Joker 2.
Right.
Like, that is done.
It was an attempted cash grab, I should say, because it failed.
Yes.
Jay says, I was able to get through Joker 2. Venom, just like Alex, I could not get into it. 10 minutes in, I was so flipping bored, I turned it off.
Yeah.
Tony says, I feel Joker 2 will gain a cult following in years to come, like with Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Halloween 2.
Every movie has a fan, sure. Yeah. It is not going to be a big
cult classic.
Like, I like Sasquatch Sunset. Don't yell at me.
Yeah, and that's a horrible movie. Triborough says the first one made a lot of money. I'm sure Warner Brothers thought adding Lady Gaga would make more money. At Tony, exactly, I agree. James says, didn't think the first Joker needed to exist, but it was good. Second musical was hot garbage. Well said, James. And then the last one, Robert answers you, Rich. He says, "I'm taking hymns. Get your blue chews away from me." Deadpool and Wolverine all the way. Long live Blade. All right, we'll stop there. We'll go to the next category.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
This category was correct.
Yes.
I mean, y'all voted. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job, everybody.
Now next year's award is going to be really hard.
There's going to be some good.
You're going to have a lot of good comic book movies. Fantastic Four, Superman,
Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts. The more we're saying, the more easy it's coming to which one will be.
Yeah.
Because that one I think Captain America: Brave New World was not that good.
Oh, that's right. That came out.
But it still falls in the category.
It'll be an option. Yes.
Yeah. So I want to see that. I'm really interested. I did want to see it, but I brought 2 tickets for the wrong day.
What movie?
Captain America. I was really interested in Captain America: Brave New World. To Nate of the First Frontier. The New Frontier. All right, here you go. Next is the best movie of the year. That's going to be the next category, and that is going to be The Brutalist, Alien Romulus, The Wild Robot. Okay, so coming in at the lowest number is 25%. Okay, that's third place. Oh no, I'm sorry. Third place is 28%. No,
25.
No, I was right. Yeah, 25% is third place. Second place is 28%, and then coming in on first place with 47% for the best movie of the year goes to The Wild Robot. So doesn't he look like the fox from Zootopia? I think he looks like the fox from Zootopia, right?
Copyright infringement.
Copyright. But yeah, these are the numbers here. Now, look, I'm very shocked. I didn't see the other 2 movies, but I did see Alien Romulus, and I gotta say that movie was a sleeper for me because I didn't think it was gonna be as good as what it was. I saw it multiple times, and I think it still holds up each time I watch it. I think it gets better and fun, and you see a lot of Easter eggs in it from the first Alien movie. So I thought that was pretty cool. But I have Wild Robot. Rich gave it to me. I will watch it. The Brutalist, I don't think I'm going to watch it. I'm not a crazy fan of Adrian Brody.
He's good.
Only in Predators.
Oh, Jesus.
I like Predators. You don't like Predators?
No, I love Predators. It's just he puts the action movie voice. He's like, come again.
I'm going to go in the bush over here.
Yeah. I'm here. Come get me. And he cuts his chest. I was like, shut up, Reese. But anyway, Nate, you're shocked with these numbers?
I was surprised. I'm not surprised that The Brutalist got the lowest.
Okay.
Only because a lot of people did not see it. It made like $2 million or something. Like it was getting a lot of award, season love, but it wasn't popular. The other 2 were more popular.
And it's a long ass movie too.
It is. I kind of went with my heart more than my head on this pick because I loved that movie. Where I'm surprised is that Romulus didn't. I thought it was going to be more neck and neck, because with all the people writing in Wild Robot for animated, I figured, that's kind of where it belonged. But look, I mean, it didn't crack the 50, but it was very close to getting half the votes, and I didn't love that movie. I gave it when I reviewed it, I gave it a 7 out of 10. Like I think it's good. I think it's like a good animated movie. It was nothing more than that for me, but a lot of people really connected with it and enjoyed it. So I was a little shocked. I thought Romulus would push it more, but hey, the people really enjoyed the Wild Robot.
All right.
Really?
Well,
Brutalist, I liked it. I will never watch that movie again. It just too fucking long. Great performances all the way around.
Yeah.
And what you said about Alien Romulus, I can't add nothing to it. It just keeps getting better and better. And then we get Alien Earth next, right?
Oh yeah, I want to see FX. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Wild Robot. I love this. I seen this in the theater. My son loved it. I loved it. And it was just like it hit your heartstrings, and they dealt with like death. It dealt with being a parent, a mom. Is that what you said? It's about a mom.
This is a mom movie. Yeah, this is about being a mother. Like I can't relate. I'm not a mother. I don't know what it's like.
Yeah, I don't know. And the animation and the score, everything about this movie was perfect. I gave this a 5 out of 5.
All right.
Wow.
Nice.
All right. So the
What we
chat
got?
says, "What's these snipes first?" Oh, they're still talking about Blade. I'm gonna go to. I want to get to this category here. Scott says Alien Romulus was his vote. He did not see the other two movies. Corey says I really enjoyed both Alien Romulus and The Wild Robot. So
Okay.
all right. He liked both of those. Robert says Alien Romulus is the way. Triborough says Alien Romulus was good. Tony, he's coming with a hot take. Alien Romulus was meh. Alien Covenant and Prometheus are better.
Oh, come on.
Get out of
Oh,
here.
my God.
I even have to disagree with you.
Oh, my
That's
God.
Jay says The Wild Robot is a fantastic movie. Tony says Wild Robot's pretty solid. And Scott says, I did pre-order the Brutalist, though, because Rich mentioned...
Wrong.
because Rick mentioned it had lots of hand jobs.
You lose. Good day, sir.
If you're a fan of film and movies and movie making, I think The Brutalist is worth at least a one-time watch.
Cinematically, it is an incredible film. It is, but it will take it. It's not for everybody. It is not like a pop in on a Saturday afternoon. We're gonna watch Brutalist. It's also very bleak. It's very heavy.
Yes.
It's not like a light. There's like no comedy in it. There's no levity. So
it's a straight film. That's what
it's like
art.
Yeah, they'll like people
art.
watch it in film school. They'll study certain things about. Yeah, it's one of those. So I could see people not.
I think it's worth watching at least once.
I agree. If you like those kind of films or you're interested, Triborough says Tony hot takes. You know it already. Only had hot takes.
All right, here we go. Rich, you are up with best sci-fi movie.
Best sci-fi. I gotta find my categories here. Best documentary. Here we go. We got A Quiet Place Day 1. We have Dune Part 2. And then we see Alien Romulus pop up for a second time. And the number 3 movie coming in at 6% is the third movie came in at 6%. Number 2 movie came in at 30. Really? That's right.
Yeah, I know.
35%.
I know humans. God damn it.
And then our number 1 movie coming in at 59% is Dune.
Y'all can't be that surprised with this. This was not a surprising one at all.
But Dune 2 was really that better than Aliens. And I'm not talking about box office. Let's just take that away. You're telling me Dune 2 is better than Alien Romulus?
Well, yes. I mean, yes. Objectively,
I disagree.
It is. Well, no, but objectively, see, that's subjectively you disagree. You objectively, Dune is a better made,
better looking cinematic wise.
It look, you have to have some kind of parameters when you're talking about better movie, right? What are we basing it off of? What you liked better?
Let's do this.
Yes. So if you're gonna say, is it better than another movie?
Okay.
And if you're just using taste, you can't really argue it, right? Because you liked Alien Romulus, you fell asleep at Dune. I like both, so I mean I don't really care. But I'm just saying you have to put some parameters. So then at that point you say, okay, who went to see which one more? Way more people saw Dune 2. The critical reviews are fantastic. It was nominated for a ton of awards. It's better in all those regards. So yeah, it's not surprising to me that more people voted for this movie than Alien Romulus. And maybe there is a lot of people who enjoyed Romulus more than Dune personally, but I know most people like Dune 2 was like their favorite movie of the year, period. So I didn't think it was surprising the numbers came in. Yeah, I didn't think it was that surprising.
I don't know. I was kind of
surprised.
Me
off guard. Caught me off guard.
Yeah, it confuses me because I see a lot of people on the Instagrams all loving the Alien Romulus, and now they all pick them too.
But you can love both. I love both.
But for me, I could pop an Alien Romulus and just have fun with it, just have it on in the background and still enjoy it. But Dune Part 2, you can't do that. You can't. You have to sit down.
They're different styles of sci-fi movie. Yeah,
that's true.
And if you're just like me personally, I preferred Alien Romulus. Now, if you go back to our nomination show, Alex, you got to pick before me, so I had to pick Dune Part 2. I wanted to pick Alien Romulus as well. So, but I knew it was going to win when I picked Doom Part 2. I'm not gonna lie, I knew it was going to win. I feel like this one. What was the other one that won big? Deadpool, Wolverine, Wild Robot. Like those probably should have been the movie of the year nominees because they were going to get the most votes. They were the most kind of popular movies.
No, I totally understand. Well, look, Quiet Place Day One. You guys already know how I feel. I hated the movie. I didn't. Well, I can't say hated. I just did not enjoy it because I really thought when it says Day One, I thought it was going to elaborate more with the aliens, and they didn't. It was just the same shit with two characters that we really didn't care about. I thought they were going to talk about, John Krasinski's family Day One, showing them in their house all nice and Gucci, and then when everything happens, they got to struggle and learn how to survive for 577 days until this guy kills himself to save his family. So I thought that's what we were getting, not us following a deaf girl and then another guy, right? She was deaf. I think she was.
No,
wasn't she
was sick. She had some kind of.
Oh, she had cancer. She had
Cancer.
cancer. Yeah, to make it even worse. Yeah, make it even worse. Like I was like, Jesus Christ, you gave her cancer to make me feel bad, but it didn't. I was like, it's stupid. So
and also they didn't utilize New York properly.
They did not.
At all.
Yeah.
No, you had people quiet in New York. I said, people ain't quiet. These people would have been dead. I don't know. You don't know New York to film in New York because everyone would have been
It got
destroyed.
too quiet too quick.
Yes.
It was like 1 hour in, all of a sudden it's time. I'm like, ain't no way, dude.
You got West
no
Side.
way.
You got the Harlem. You had what is it? The Spanish Harlem also. You got Spanish music.
They would have been out there dancing.
In the Heights, they dancing musical shit. There ain't no way you're gonna tell me everyone's gonna be quiet in New York. In the Bronx, people would have been dancing. Like, come on, stop.
They would have been shooting at those aliens. There would have been a lot. I agree.
Too
with
much.
You,
It's
I was
too
disappointed
much.
with that movie.
Yeah. I would have loved to see a scene in the Bronx with the aliens and they're like, what the fuck is this? Da, da, da.
It would have been better.
It would have been way better. Like,
more
yo,
accurate.
what the fuck, son?
They try to steal the alien sneakers.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Run that shit, son.
You got
Run
J's.
that shit.
Give me your J's. Yeah, I agree. I was disappointed with the Quiet Place Day One for those same reasons. Again, I knew Dune would win, but I liked Romulus the best out of these three, probably. Just personally, I think we all agree.
Yeah. I love Romulus. I didn't get to see Dune 2. I will see Dune 2, but
you didn't like one that much.
Yeah, but I'm a type of person that if this movie is like a movie that's like that has a big story, like more than 3 movies, like arc. Yeah. So then I'll wait for the entire movie, then watch them 1, 2, and 3 back to back to see if I really enjoy the overall picture. But
it's more Lord of the Rings. It's more sci-fi
Hunger
fantasy
Games and all that stuff. Yeah.
So. It's sci-fi fantasy more than just like pure. I mean, I guess it is pure sci-fi, but it has fantasy elements. Okay, real quick to chat. Wow, Robot Fantastic. We already said that. Okay. Holland Oates is here. What's up, Holland? He says Lisan al-Gaib. So I'm guessing he liked Dune 2. Corey says Dune 2 was solid in my book. I also really like Alien Romulus. Triborough says I loved both Romulus and he liked A Quiet Place Day One. So there you go. And he did not see Dune Part 2 yet. Ralph says Alien Romulus. A Quiet Place was excellent. So we have 2 fans of, even though it only got 1 vote in my polls, we got 2 fans in this chat. So clearly someone didn't vote. from there's more votes in this chat than there was on Instagram. Okay, Jay says Dune 2. Enough said. Triborough says I think Dune has better cinematography and score. But for him, for the storyline, he liked A Quiet Place Day One better.
What?
Hot take, Triborough. You're joining Tony. Triborough, you're going in the hot take corner. Ralph says, actually, we saw David's family's experience at the beginning of the invasion in the beginning of Part 2. Oh yeah, at the baseball game. Remember that?
Yeah, but but
it was like a 10-minute scene.
2 seconds. Yeah, like you wanted to see a whole movie of destruction and David's family going through everything. Like how did he learn how to make a path? Like, you know what I mean? Like
with sand.
Yeah, with sand and how did he comes up with how did he learn how to do all the stuff with electronics? Like, was he an engineer? Was he
you
a
don't know
handyman?
what his backstory was.
Like he could have went to Barnes and Nobles and grabbed some fucking books when everything was going out to learn how all this stuff. I don't know. I just feel like there's certain things that they dropped the ball in. That's just me.
They're still making a 3rd one.
Oh Jesus, really?
Jay
Yeah.
Jay says you guys are right. A Quiet Place could have had potential, missed opportunities with that movie. Jimmy's here. What's up, Jimmy? He says, "Hey everyone," or in Bronx language, "Yerp." So he would have known. He
Yerp.
could have been in Quiet Place.
Yeah, Jimmy would have got in 2 seconds in the Quiet Place.
He would have been yelling at him.
Imagine getting on the Staten Island ferry like they did, and they blow the horn.
Things just come.
Yeah, like again, there's just so much stuff that they could have utilized to make fun tension.
My problem with it was New York got too quiet too quick. Like,
Yeah.
how did they figure it? That whole entire city of people, millions and millions and millions, trains, buses, boats. How did they figure out you got to be quiet, spread it, disseminate that information? There's no way. Like it was silly.
Dude, there was not even no train scenes in the movie.
Exactly. There was
no train scenes at all. Those trains would have been making noise left and right. They didn't know what was going on in those trains. Just be like,
yeah, and then Tribird did mention they're making a Quiet Place Part 3, and then everyone's saying hello to each other. So
Quiet Place 3, like, do they really need another one?
But sticking with that family though.
Wait, which one?
The original family
With
the
John
original
Krasinski?
family.
Yeah, Emily. Yeah. Well, he's dead, but Emily Blunt and the kids.
But
yeah,
so stupid. Whatever. Yeah, whatever. That's so stupid. I don't know. You know what it is? I just think they're just squeezing it, like squeezing the life out of
but I
that
trust
shit.
what's his face is doing it still.
Krasinski's directing it. He's coming back.
Yeah, I thought so.
Because he didn't do this one.
Oh, yeah, he was only. I thought he was only going to do the main story.
He said only if my wife is in it. Otherwise, don't call me.
All right, here we go. The best sleeper movie of the year. Who's that?
Are we up to me?
That's
I think there's the last 3, right?
Yeah, last 3. You go, buddy.
Okay.
Yep.
Sleeper movie. Oh, this one. Okay, this was a big landslide as well. I was a little surprised with this one. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit surprised with this one. This was an interesting category. Best sleeper movie. Our nominees were Twisters. Which, listen, we have to explain the logic because that was a box office hit. However, the logic there, and the person who nominated could correct me if I'm wrong, is more like you didn't think it was going to be that good, and it turned out to be that good. More so than under the radar, because it was not under the radar. Like people knew about it, but it was surprising. So that's kind of where the logic is.
Who nominated Twisters?
You.
Oh
yeah,
you did.
I was gonna agree with everybody, but I was like, wait, I did it. Yeah,
so yeah,
I totally agree. I agree with what you said. Yeah, it's
okay.
It was
more like that. It was more like surprise.
Yeah.
Like, wow, everyone thought that was gonna suck. The next nomination is Strange Darling. Another one. These last 2 fit more in the traditional sleeper mold in that very small movies, low budget, not a lot of box office. And the third one, In the Land of Saints and Sinners. Now, 6% of the vote, one whole vote for the third place winner here, 27% for the second place winner, and the winner, a huge 67% of the vote was Twisters. I was shocked. I thought Strange Darling was going to win.
I thought
did.
that was going to win too.
But Twisters just blew him out of the picked him up and tossed him away like a real.
I'm gonna be honest with you. We saw this in the theater. I did not come out of that theater. I came out of that theater in my jaw on the floor on how good the movie was. I totally enjoyed the rewatch on it. Now I'm a huge fan of the first Twister movie, but this one is just a fun standalone non-sequel to the first Twister, and that's what I kind of liked about it. Like, I was so happy that it had nothing to do with the Twister from 1996 that I really enjoyed this one a lot. Now, I didn't have a chance to see Strange Darling, and was the other one?
You will like the other one, In the Land of Saints.
You told me about that one, yeah. And so I'm dying to see that one. But Twisters, I was very shocked, and I loved it. I thought Glenn Powell and the entire cast did a great job. It was just a fun movie.
It really was.
Yeah, I think I like all 3 of these movies a lot. I thought Twisters was. I agree in the sense of I thought that movie was not going to be that good. Like, I was like, oh no, Twisters, what are we doing? Like, even when they announced it, it was like, I remember
the first trailer wasn't that good.
Yeah, and we talk in our group chat, and I'm like, I don't think it's gonna be that good. But then, I liked the director. I mean, he did like a small movie, I think like Minari, which is like a drama. but
That's
he's
a good movie.
talented. Yeah, and so I was like, you know
That's
what?
a good movie.
Maybe they got something here. And then they hired the new Tom Cruise, Glenn Powell. That guy is like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like old school movie star kind of actor,
Yeah.
right? He's solid, good looking dude, likable. And sure enough, in this movie, he's all those things. And I liked this one a lot. Strange Darling, I thought was fantastic. I nominated it in a different category. We'll see what happens there, but I loved it. And In the Land of Saints and Sinners, I might be the only person who watched it. I told Rich about it, and I believe
I watched it.
He then
and I
watched
really
it.
liked it.
I think me and Rich are the only people who have seen it. So I knew it wouldn't win because no one knows what it is. Let me tell you something. Liam Neeson, his career's kind of become like a joke. Like, okay, Liam Neeson. This movie is legit. It's like a legit good movie that he got the role in. Carrie Condon's in it. She's great. It's a crime. It's almost like not a mob movie, but I would put it in kind of that category, but in Ireland. So like an Irish mob type thriller. And it's very good. Very, very good. But all three movies, good, but the sleeper like Twisters. It made like $500 million. It snuck up
I would have
on
never
everybody.
watched that Liam Neeson movie if you didn't tell me about it. No way. I usually avoid his movies now because
I was trying to push it, but I think you're the only person I got to watch it.
Yeah, it was
So
good.
far. But if you guys are watching right now, check out all. Well, I think everyone might have seen Twisters, but if you haven't seen the other two,
Definitely do.
Watch them.
Go in blind. Don't watch trailers for Strange Darling. Just go in, play, and just watch it.
All right, let's go to the chat. I was talking a lot. Quiet Place Day One, James didn't need to exist. It wasn't good. Flat out. Tribro says, didn't the story in NYC happen at the same time with the first two? No. Well, those don't happen in. I'm not gonna. I don't know. I don't think so. He said, didn't the story in NYC happen at the same time with the first two movies? But no,
because you only see the
start
flashback
of the invasion, right?
Oh yeah.
Robert says Twistas. Corey says Strange Darling was the sleeper hit for me. Ralph says no, period. Triborough, period. Except for the beginning of the second movie. James, Twisters was so fun. If you can feel it, chase it. Triborough says, I saw all three films. Strange Darling got his vote on this one. Hollow Note says, if you can feel it, chase it.
That's why Rob takes Hims. He can feel it and he chases it.
You got it. That's right. Hims. Sponsored by Hims. Rob is sponsored by Hims. Jay says, Twister, a sleeper hit? Come on, man. LOL. Triborough says, Twisters was okay. Didn't feel like it needed a sequel. Tony says, Strange
Darling. It really
isn't
a sequel, though.
Yeah, it's not. It's just like another movie with tornadoes in it. And Dorothy.
It really is.
Dorothy is kind of the only thing that is like in both movies.
Yeah.
Tony says, Strange Darling was my favorite movie of last year. Oh, here we go. And a great erotic thriller. It's not erotic thriller, Tony. That is not an erotic thriller. It has a sex scene in it, and there's like not even nudity in it. It's not an erotic thriller. It's just a thriller. Triborough says, I thought Dorothy Tornado Machine they used was that's the only kind of tie.
Yeah, so I was looking it up and I found why they got Dorothy 5. Dorothy 5, Kate explains that they got it through school. So it looked like Joe and Bill donated it to the school that they were doing the tornado, and they got their hands on it since it was like their research, and that's how it ties to the first movie.
That's good. That's all you need.
Yeah, that's all you needed.
Yeah, perfect. So. Hollow Note says Liam Neeson is still asleep. Maybe right now. Probably. Tony, you guys ready for a hot take? Tony said, I like Twisters even more than the first one. It has better characters, but the tornado action was actually better in the first one. So he prefers Twisters to Twister.
Okay.
Fair.
I'm not going to jump on that because it's okay. Cool.
No, I mean, that's not his hottest take. He had some spicier ones earlier.
Yeah, like very spicy.
Good.
Because I think they both had the same character type. Like the first Twisters had all the awesome actors and everything. And then Twisters have the younger, modern version of.
Yeah. Twister had Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah,
I forgot.
The friend group was like so much better.
Yeah. No, I felt like they were more. They
also have that scene where they eat like steak and eggs and mashed potatoes.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the greatest food scenes of all time. Like in film history. It's fantastic.
The food group.
The food
Meg's
group. When
food
they're the
group.
food porn at that scene. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Oh,
All
I
right,
love that
let's
scene.
move along.
All right, here we go. This is my scene.
Yeah.
My category is going to be Best Thriller Movie. We got Land of Bad, starring Kurt Russell and Liam Hemsworth.
Oh,
We
Russell
got
Crowe.
And Russell Crowe. What did I say?
No,
Kurt
Kurt
Russell? My bad. Civil War, starring Kristen Dunst. I hope I said her name right. And then, of course, we have Strange Darling, which comes up again in this category. Will it win? We'll find out.
Or is it a
Coming
two-time
in at
loser?
7% third place is the film, 14% second place, and 79% for number one. So the winner
This
for
was
the
insane.
best thriller movie of the year goes to Civil War. Okay,
79%. This one was shocking.
79%. Now, this is where I think I'm gonna hurt a lot of people's hearts. I saw this movie a few months ago with my wife, and we both was like, "This is a piece of shit." Like literally a piece of trash. It was boring.
What?
It was boring as hell, dude. This movie was boring. It was
No.
boring. Yes, there was no payoff. Christian Dunst gets shot in the vest, and I'm like, I don't understand. There's a lot of stupidity in this movie, but it is what it
That's
is.
a foreshadowing to what she says to one of the Explorer.
What?
And
The alien Romulus girl.
Explorer.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
She's Dora the Explorer.
Oh, okay. Well,
She's not even the actress who played Dora the Explorer. Why are you calling
Oh,
her
it's not?
No.
I thought it was her.
No, the girl in Civil War is the main girl in Alien Romulus.
I thought she played.
No,
Dora
the Explorer is in Alien Romulus, but she's the pregnant one.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what I was thinking. I'm sorry. I knew there was a tie there somewhere.
Yes.
I will say this: Civil War made me go. I would love to see a Tom Clancy Division movie now, because or a nice Rainbow Six movie. Because I'm.
Will
dying
you
for
watch
those.
Warfare?
What is that?
I think the same director is doing Warfare, right?
Oh, Alex Garland?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Warfare?
I think he's got a new.
Let me look it up.
Yeah.
He's a good director. He's a good writer. I actually like him as a writer. But I didn't love. I thought Civil War was fine.
I really, really like this movie.
I thought it was fine. I agree with Alex in one sense. Like, the middle part is kind of boring. Like, they're just walking around, like wandering around.
But that's all
photos.
Lord of the Rings is.
But that's
who did I like Lord of the Rings that much? I didn't bring up Lord of the Rings. I mean, there's lots of movies where people just walk around, but to me, it was a little bit boring. I thought the beginning was okay. I thought the ending was pretty good. I liked it. I liked Civil War. The only reason I'm not surprised it won. I'm surprised it won by so much. I thought Strange Darling would get more. And Land of Bad, unfortunately, I think it's really, really, really good, but it's one of those movies like a lot of people didn't watch it.
Yeah.
So Warfare is an Alex Garland movie, which is based on the experiences of former U.S. Navy SEAL Ray Mendoza during the Iraq War.
That's an
A24 movie. So.
Oh, I've seen the trailer for that.
The trailer looks good.
I didn't know that was an Alex Garland movie.
Yeah, it's written and directed by Iraq. Oh no, it's written and directed by the guy who did the war.
It says it's directed by Ray Mendoza.
Yeah, the guy who.
But I thought Alex Garland was attached to it.
Yeah, he's a producer. Probably.
He's a producer.
Okay.
Yeah, it's directed by the actual guy. So.
Written and directed by Ray Mendoza and Alex Garland. So he probably is like a co thing.
Oh.
I bet you Alex Garland's just there to make sure he's like new and he's trying to make sure he knows what he's doing. That movie does look pretty good. It reminds me of Black Hawk Down, to be honest with you. So it doesn't look entirely original. But sticking to these movies, I thought Land of Bad was awesome. I thought movie. Strange Darling was the best pure thriller. I don't even know what I'd categorize Civil War as. Like, I don't think of it as a thriller per se.
No, it's not.
Because it's not overly
I had to use the IMDb.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course, I had to do that earlier with Nora. I did the same thing, so I understand. But like, I don't consider it a thriller. I don't even know what it is really. It's mostly a drama for most of it, and then there's some shooting at the end. So, but I liked it. I thought it was fine.
I think all three of these are worth checking out if you haven't seen them.
I agree. I would agree with that.
If you want to sleep, see Civil War. But other than let's see the other ones.
Let's see what the chat says here. Oh, I already read that about Tony. Tony, I'm so happy Strange Darling won.
What did it win?
What did it win? It didn't win
Yeah,
anything.
what did it win?
Tony, it did not win this award. Civil War won it. Strange Darling's the only 2-time loser in the whole award show. Hollow Notes is cracking up at something we said. James says Texas gonna do it by itself. Don't mess with Texas. That's from Civil War, right? Wasn't Texas like that was goofy too. Robert says Dora. You don't know what you're talking about. Dora the Pregnant Explorer. Lord of the Rings is a classic. Triborough says so. Rich, watch out. I know for a fact, Rich though, Rob would agree with you. He loved Civil War. Like,
no, he did like it a lot.
Rob loved it. No, he's a big fan.
I think it was. I think to me it felt forced advertising because I thought it was going to be very more chaotic, more action packed movie of them getting to the White House to film the president. But it wasn't even that. It was just like, I don't know. I just felt like it was just a cheap TV 10-episode type crap.
I was disappointed in it.
Yeah,
like, I liked it, but I thought it was going to be better. Tribor says huge category Civil War is a political action drama movie. And Jay says, hey, man, at least in Lord of the Rings, there's some epic battles.
Yeah. Well, question. That was in the White House, right? When they captured him and they killed him?
Yeah.
Why was he not in the bunker that's like 200 feet on the floor? Again,
then the movie wouldn't work.
Exactly. That's why it's stupid. You have the president not in the bunker? Come on. Like
I need to rewatch it. I did like it. I liked it way more than Alex, but not as much as Rich. I'm probably like right in the middle.
You're in the middle between the hate and the love.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
All right, Rich, take us home. You're the last category, buddy.
Okay. Now this is kind of fitting.
Ooh, what a way to end it.
Oh my
God. You did that. Good job. Worst movie.
Best worst movie. I love the category name there. Best worst movie
of the year.
We got Madam Web. We got Furiosa. And we got the most underrated movie of 2024, which should have been in the sleeper category.
No, you want to go to sleep.
Okay, coming in at the number 3 movie. Oh shit, where'd it go? Okay, coming in at number 3 movie came in at 12%, and the number 2 movie came in at 19%, and the worst movie of 2024 coming in at 69% is 69. Madam Web.
And 69, yeah, baby. Dakota Fanny.
Wow.
Dakota Johnson, 69.
Dora the Explorer. She's in this one too. That's her.
This one.
Yeah, that's her, the Spanish girl.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yes. She's an alien Romulus, and the best movie, one of the best movies, and one of the worst movies in the same year.
Yeah. Madam Web speaks for itself. This is just hot trash. Dakota Johnson, she deserves better. Then I don't think Furiosa was the worst movie that needed to be in this category.
Yeah, Tony got mad at me. He sent me a DM talking about why is Furiosa. I said, listen, man.
All right, look, you know what? I nominate. All right, for people out there, don't send Nate hate. You can send it my way, okay? Because I'll curse you right back. Yeah, I picked Furiosa. I was very disappointed with it. I still feel Mad Max should have got a sequel to Road Fury instead of this stupid character that no one cares about. Again, and I love how people try to defend Furiosa's it's such a great. First of all, she's not even the chick that played the original Furiosa. It's somebody else. And I know they try to do the whole. It's not Charlize Theron, and you know what? They have de-aging fucking CGI that they could have just used on her to make her young, and did another. So I don't want to hear nothing like, oh, I'm not hating. I thought the movie was shot very well, but this is the most CGI from George Miller that I've seen in a Mad Max movie. Because Road Fury didn't have as much CGI than Furiosa did to cut costs. So yeah, I didn't like it as much, and I saw it only once. I didn't care for it, and I'm never gonna see it with a Mad Max marathon because it is who cares for the character. So
it's Mad Furiosa.
Yeah, it's Mad Furiosa, son. So Madam Web, I did get to see. It does look beautiful. I mean, all the George Miller movies look great in 4K. I got to see Madam Web. I enjoyed it.
No,
What?
don't say that.
No, hold on.
Say it differently.
I'm gonna say it. Yeah, I got the oxy in me. I like Dakota Johnson in the film. I thought she was really good, but I felt like the story was just all over. Like I didn't know what was going on most of the time, and I was like, "How did your powers work? Like, how does it? Like, it was just weird." But I kind of like certain elements to it. Like I did like the whole where her mom. When the guy shot her with the gun, and I thought that's and then the spider people took her into this thing. I was just like, this is so stupid, but
it's so dumb.
Yeah,
the spider dwellers in the cave.
Yeah, the spider
with
dwellers.
The water,
yeah.
the Lazarus pit.
Yeah, I knew one day she would come back.
Oh my god, the villain in this movie is horrible.
Yeah.
This movie could have been avoided.
Yeah. So I mean, again. And then Sasquatch Sunset, I'm never gonna watch. But yeah, I mean, you know what, Madam Web,
man.
I enjoyed it way better than Venom because I saw the entire Madam Web. So I would say I sat through that one. Hey, I'm not saying it's the best movie ever. I'm just saying is in terms of Venom or Madam Web, I can see Madam Web because they had hot females in the movie.
Before I go, I want Rich to finish his thought because What did you think of? Because you like Sasquatch Sunset.
I did like Sasquatch Sunset.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a Bigfoot guy. I almost like almost all Bigfoot movies. I don't know why. I just do. Like anywhere from the creature from the Boggy Creek. What'd you say?
He said you like women with big feet. Only if they're in movies, baby.
In this movie, you get women doing things. There's not hand jobs in this movie, but there's finger play in this movie.
This is disgusting. It's disgusting. It's one of the most disgusting things I've ever seen in my life.
Don't let Dave fool you. He loved it.
Don't let Rich. Okay, Rich. You know what? I gave you your time. Your time is up. You're tricking people. Listen. All right. My 2 cents on this category. Furiosa, I liked a lot. So I get why Alex put it, and I don't have a problem with anything anyone nominated because it's our picks. So it's fine. I liked it, but whatever. Madam Web, you know what? It sucks, but I think I hated it less than a lot of people. I also did not expect anything from it, so that probably helped. You know what I mean? Like I knew what I was getting into, and I was like, it pretty much delivered. I did not find it worse than I thought it would be, but it's not good. Now, Sasquatch Sunset. Let me tell you something. This movie, it didn't win because not enough people saw it to be disgusted by it. I know our buddy, Rich, movie buff Grant, he also hates it and is mad at you. Yep, he's mad at you as well. For me, in my honor, it is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I would barely call it a movie. It's not really a movie. It has no plot. There's no real story. It's a fake, essentially think of like a nature documentary where the thing knows that they're being filmed and you're just watching them. It's disgusting. It has Sasquatches like having sex and like doing nasty stuff, but like it's very unappealing. As much as you think hairy creatures having sex would be, it's that. It's gross. There's a lot of bodily fluids in it, but it's not really fun.
When they come across the road.
Yeah, when they're on the road, they're like taking diarrhea dumps and throwing up and pissing and squirting breast milk. It's a real scene that happens, and I barely made it through it.
Yeah, so he angry texted me.
I did.
When he
whenever Rich and Dave invited me on their show, I tried to give them no hints. Me and Alex do the same thing. Like when we're doing the podcast, no hints. But I was so mad that because I had to pay to rent this crap that I texted and I was like, Rich, I hate you. I literally was mad at him. So
even Dave's dog. You remember the video of Dave's dog yelling?
His dog hated it. And he's an animal. So I will say I could have put Joker 2 in this category, and I think it would have been more deserving. Because it was a bomb. To Alex's point, Furiosa also was a bomb. So, it was not that
didn't make good money either.
It made, but it wasn't a huge hit, but it made money, but it had like 10 Oscar nominations. Furiosa just like nothing and it bombed. So it's not way off base to put it in a worst category list. Sasquatch Sunset, I went with this was another one where I went with my heart instead of my head because I hated it so much. I had to put it in here. I knew it wasn't going to win, but it should. It is the worst movie of all time. Actually,
Well,
that was one of my favorite
well,
episodes.
Road Fury was 150 million budget and it grossed 380 million.
Yeah, that's not a failure at all. Furiosa budget 168 made 173, so it lost
that's
a hell of
bad.
money.
That's way bad. And you know why? Because Mad Max was in it.
Could be.
Well, you think about it, it's been 30 years since Mad Max was on screen, and the first thing you see is this new version of him. So people flock to the theater to see it.
All right, so let's see. Here we go. Worst. Let's just read the chat and wrap this baby up. Lord of the Rings is a classic. Triborough said civil. Oh no, I already read that stuff. Okay. Hollow Note says best worst movie. Sasquatch Sunset. Thank you. He must have been part of the 19% to stand up and let their voice be known. Triborough says, I have not seen none of these. Triborough says Furiosa doesn't deserve to be in this. He's still mad about it. Robert says, Madam Web got this. 69. LOL. And then Jay says 69. Brown chicken, brown cow. So there you go. He's playing the porno guitar or whatever.
Oh, gotcha.
69. Tony says Madam Web fits perfectly with So Bad It's Good movies like Showgirls and Catwoman, and it makes a perfect trash trilogy.
No, whoa, wait.
See, wait. It's not so bad it's good. It's just bad.
Showgirls is not as horrible as Catwoman. Like Catwoman and Madam Web, Catwoman and Madam Web are like there.
Yeah, there's nothing likable. Showgirls at least is campy and funny at times,
and it's got titties.
A lot. That's why Tony mentioned
that.
He's erotic movies.
He's like, let's make it 3.
Which of these crappy films would you recommend to watch? Furiosa? If I had to pick one of those three to actually watch, I would.
Furiosa hands.
Furiosa.
If you had to pick.
That's Sasquatch Sunset. If you want to never watch another movie again, watch that one. Tony says, I love that they dubbed the villain's voice. Yeah, that was actually funny. It was terrible. Triborough, Rich will tell you to pick Sasquatch Sunset.
I said Furiosa.
He knows better. Venom 2 after Triborough says after Venom 2, I checked out. He didn't even bother with any of the Sony movies. Jay says, bet Rich will tell you he likes the Sasquatch Gang. Do you like that? Is that a movie?
I don't think I haven't seen it.
Gang? No.
Add it to your list. I don't know if it's a movie or maybe it's a band or something. Tony says Venom 2 was made by a bunch of crackheads. I felt dizzy when I watched it. So bad it's good. He meant like so bad it's good that you can laugh at it. So he laughs at Madam Web. That's fine. So there you go. That wraps up. This was a very fun.
Thank you again for doing this, guys.
Very interesting.
I had a blast. I want to thank everyone who voted. Thank you. And everyone who didn't vote, forget
Shame
y'all.
on you.
You have next. There you go, Rich. You have next year to try again, do better.
I had a lot of movies to watch, a lot of different categories for this stage.
Yeah, you got to make sure you got to keep the list and then make sure you watch one of each just so you can have a nomination.
Yeah.
Watch some under the radar movie that no one knows about, sleeper of the year.
Well, because it's funny because I don't watch, like I said, I watch mostly like action movie or whatever we watch for our podcast, the Action Movie Guys podcast. So stuff like new 2025 is kind of hard because I just don't like none of the shit that comes out. I see the trailer.
Well, the first half of 2025 sucked. Really?
Yeah.
There really hasn't been.
It's been pretty bad so far.
Well, it's funny because the Captain America Brave New World was gonna be my first Marvel movie since Black Widow. Like I didn't see nothing from on there. So like I didn't see nothing.
Skip it. You don't need to see it.
Oh no, yeah, I bet that's what everyone tells me. Like I didn't see Thor 3, I didn't see none of that shit. So that would have been my first, but now I gotta wait till Disney Plus to see.
Just watch Daredevil.
Just watch Daredevil.
So, yes, thank you for everyone who voted. A couple people. Jeff says great stream. Thank you, Jeff. Jay said great show.
Thank you.
My buddy Eli said great stream, brethren. Ban that Sasquatch movie. I agree. It should be banned. Get it out of here. Delete it from existence. But Rich, thank you for coming on here and doing this.
No, thank you for having us.
We're glad David introduced this show and invited us to do it with him in the first place. I I'm sure he would have had a blast if he was on this show as well. And he would have nominated some interesting movies as well.
Yeah.
So thank you for everyone who came out to vote, to watch, and have a good time with us tonight.
Yeah, I think David would have voted Wicked for the worst movie of the year.
Oh,
he would have
musical.
hands down.
That would have been hands down.
And he would have been mad at Rich the whole time.
He would have, sorry, Rich. This is gonna be
Rich, you idiot! You.
Yeah.
Yep. Pretty much. Wicked would have been right there. So, Rich, say whatever you gotta say.
Again, I just
Take
want a big heartfelt thank you to everybody that voted. Because this, like I said, this was David's baby. He loved doing this. And thank you to Alex for putting all this together. The graphics, as always, man, top notch. Best on YouTube.
Wild High. Pretty good.
Wild High. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just imagine if it wasn't high, man.
No, I would have been.
It would be in 3.
It would have been 3.
Yeah. Put your glasses on. And I want to thank Nate for doing the polls. It was a new way to do it. And I think that's the way we should do it from now on.
Nate on the poll?
Yeah.
Working the poll, baby.
Yo, girls.
That poll.
No.
Show boys.
Show boys. Nate working that poll.
Nate, Alex, thank you.
Keeping
David's memory, helping keep David's memory alive, because we don't want to forget him, because he was fucking awesome.
Yes.
And thanks to everybody else for watching tonight.
Oh, I forgot. I have one more fun fact, and we'll go home. I kept track of all the winners and how everyone did. So, third place finishes as far as movies that we nominated, because we didn't go into like specifics every single time. I had 2 third place finishes. Alex and Rich split with the other 5 and 5. This was good. Second place finishes, we all had 4. So you had 4 in second, I had 4 in second, Rich had 4 in second. In first place finishes, I had 6, but again, 2 of them I kind of picked because I knew people were going to win. But 3 for Alex, 3 for Rich. I knew it. I knew he was going to win.
Most of the people, you knew it.
Rich took Alien Romulus from me, so I was forced. 6, 3, and 3. So Alex and Rich, you guys actually had the same amount of every single. Like, you both had 4 second place, you both had 3 first place, you both had 5 third places.
Well, so, you know what? I gotta say though, for those stats, it's pretty good for someone that don't watch year-to-date movies.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like, last year was the first time I went to tons of movies in the theater with our babysitter.
It's hard for you to get out too, you know?
Well, I mean, yeah, because I have my kids and stuff, and it's hard to find a babysitter that sits down and take care of 2 special needs kids. So that's the hardest part. Like, if it wasn't, I mean, I could go whatever, but no, it's really hard. But this year I'm gonna try to go as much again to the theater, but it's kind of hard because some of the movies are not as good. Like, I'm like, okay.
You just gotta see them. That's, it's like, it's tough sometimes. Yeah. I agree. I'm like going to these movies and I'm like, man, this ain't, I don't know. And then I just have to go because I just have to see stuff.
Yeah. I agree with that one. Or buying them now is so expensive. I was like, geez Louise.
I buy less than I used to, actually. I've been buying way less, but that's a topic for another show. Rich, what do you got coming up?
Yeah, Rich, what you got?
I got March 26th, episode 2 of the High Five. I'm having Tiana Loves Movies coming on and interview her, and then hopefully in the next week or so, I'm going to come back to buy the numbers. But there just hasn't been really no good movies that I've been wanting to really watch. I watched a couple foreign movies, but I don't think I'm going to throw them on there. But that's it. I got Tiana coming up, and then I got you, Nate, in April.
Yes, I written down April 11th.
Yeah,
that's going to be fun. Everyone's going to get mad at me because you're going to ask me about collecting stuff, and they're going to say, this guy. Here we go.
No, dude, that's what I love. I
throws away his slip covers and he puts stuff in binders.
I put slip covers in plastic. You've been busting my balls.
That's true. That's true.
So that's what I got coming up.
Beautiful. And Tony wants us to let everyone know, because I know that's why he's asking. He will be joining us for our next franchise ranking in 2 weeks. No, 3 weeks. 3 weeks from today, on the 30th of March. We'll be doing the Scary Movie franchise. 5 films. Me, Alex, our buddy Tony, You guys already know that's what we'd like to do on our live streams. Do some franchise rankings, good or bad, doesn't matter. We're gonna whatever they got. We're gonna watch them, rank them, give our reviews of them. Yeah.
I forgot. I got Rob coming on. We're doing a Bong Joon-ho special by the number. That's coming up in a couple weeks.
Why would you call Rob that? That's messed up.
That's mad racist.
Oh my god.
I'm having Bob Joon-ho. Like,
we're doing a by the number. We're doing a ranking and scoring Bong Joon-ho movies because he has Mickey 17 coming out, which I'm excited to see.
I saw that.
You posted a review on it, right?
I did not review it. I just posted my.
I thought you did.
No, I'm on a hiatus for 1 week. I did not do it out of theater. Alex is hopped up on drugs. We just we got to get it, but we're gonna get back in the swings. But I did not do a full review of it. No.
Did you see it though? Right, you saw it. Right?
I saw it. Yeah, I gave it a 7 out of 10.
Ooh, that makes me happy.
7 out of 10.
I'm excited to do that, and we're gonna do a Bong Joon-ho show.
So, for Geeks and Flicks this week, coming up, we got mad stuff coming out. I'm gonna say massive because today I just had a little bit of pain, but other than that, it's gonna no holds barred. You see the Batgirl in the back?
Ooh.
That some bitch is getting opened this week.
I can't wait for
that. Batgirl's gonna be opened, and then after Batgirl is going to be weeks of He-Man statues unboxing. I already finished Skeletor. I finished Skeletor, but one of my best friends were like, dude, do not put Skeletor first. You got to do Batgirl and then do a whole themed He-Man week. So I already got Skeletor's already done. I'm just going to do Batgirl. Batgirl's going to go first. Then all the He-Mans back to back. Because then once Dirty Harry, the 4K comes out April 15th, Nate, that's the correct date, I believe?
It sounds right.
Yeah. Whatever the Clint Eastwoods. I'm going to be opening up that week is going to be 2 weeks back to back. A week behind is going to be Dirty Harry. I'm going to do the special Should You Upgrade Dirty Harry 4K versus the Blu-ray. And then I'm going to be unboxing in a premium format statue of Dirty Harry that I have. I have not opened up yet. Clint Eastwood, the first time Clint Eastwood allowed a company to use his characters to make into a statue. And then the following week, since a few dollars more or less, I forgot the damn movie, Western movies from the trilogy, the Man with No Name trilogy.
Yeah, those are getting Arrow 4K.
Yes, Arrow 4K. Yeah, I'm getting those from the UK. And then that week, I'm going to do a special Should You Upgrade on those. And I'm going to be unboxing a premium format of the Man with No Name Clint Eastwood statue that I have. So it's going to be back-to-back Clint Eastwood weeks in April. But right now, it's going to be Batgirl this week. And then from there on, the week after, and then each week is going to be He-Man statues unlocking. And then
I can't wait for that.
Beautiful. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty fun. In terms of Should You Upgrades, I'm gonna go back to doing them not live. I gotta work on the live. A lot of people like the live version of when I did it, but I'm gonna do it right now as a just to get content out. Once I fully healed, then I'll go back to live streaming. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But this week is a lot of content popping out. I'm gonna do some stuff. Awesome. I don't know what Nate.
Beautiful.
Are you at your phone?
I will have I will have 2 videos for this week. Yes, I will be back for an out of theater review for I'll tell you right now what I'm going to be reviewing. I will be going. Rich, you could tell me if this is something you're going to see as well, because I know you're a theater guy like me. I will be doing a review for. Okay, I'll let you guys pick. I could do a review for Novocaine.
Do, because I'm seeing that next week.
Okay, and the other option for that movie, like I'm excited to see, is Black Bag with Michael Fassbender, the thriller movie with what's her face in it?
Garbage Bag?
Kate Blanchett. No, it
looks good.
It looks like Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but like classy.
Oh, I saw that trailer. It looks pretty interesting.
I'll put a poll. I'll put a poll on my Instagram. Whichever everyone votes for, that's the one I'll see. So I'll have it out of theater this week, and I will be doing the next in my top 5 for
2001.
2001. Yes.
All right.
Awesome.
So I'll have 2 videos. Alex got some videos. Rich got videos. Rich got live stream. We got live stream in 3 weeks. So Tony, you got 3 weeks to watch 5 movies. Alex,
and you really doing a scary movie?
Nate picked it because we wanted to do different
genres.
different genres. So
we don't do.
I never seen them, so
Hey, Tony loves them.
yeah.
That's why he picked it. He wants to really.
Oh, he picked it.
Yeah.
No, sorry, Tony. I didn't mean that.
Tony picked
I don't
it.
like comedy, but
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. I like some of them, but I'll be honest. I think we talked about. I've never seen part 5, and I haven't seen the first 4 in like 15 years.
I only saw the first one when it first came out. Other than that, I never even knew they had 2 through 5. So that even
even know
tells
what
you-
the
I see like the first half
Yeah,
hour
I
of the
even-
first one. That's it.
Yeah, so I don't know what to tell you, but all I know is the following week after that, I mean, I follow months. We got tons of dope franchises
We do.
to do.
And we got guests. I'm not gonna tell you the franchises yet,
What we got?
but I will tell you some guests we got coming on. Okay, wait, where's my list? Okay, here we go. Well, we got Tony in March. In April, we got an interesting one. Bin Buster will be joining us for that.
Okay.
Ooh.
In May, it's Solo Boys, me and Alex, because we are doing a huge franchise. So we only want 2 of us because otherwise the show will be 6
10
hours long.
Yeah.
Then we don't have a guest for a couple of months, so there's some openings. In August, our buddy Scott is going to be here. In September, our buddy Harrison is going to be here. In October, Tiana's coming back. She did American Pie with us
awesome.
last year. She's coming back for a franchise. In November, Scott's coming back again. And in December, Rich is coming back again, who did a franchise with us in you did our January one, didn't you?
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
January.
Hunger Games. Yeah, you
Yeah.
did. So Rich will be back. So we got a bunch of fun guests coming up.
All right. So there you guys have it. Have a great night. Thank you, Rich,
Yeah,
for
thank you,
joining
guys.
us. And anyway, be
We awesome to each other. A geek out.
There you go. Be awesome to each other. Later.